In this video, we are going to discuss about the metrics, roles and responsibilities in change management. So, first, what are the metrics incurred or involved in change management? The metrics are number of rejected RFCs. So, based on the number of rejected RFCs, the change management plans can be implemented. Number of incidents occurring due to implemented changes. That means number of frequent incidents or number of incidents occurred after the implementation of the new change. Number of successful changes. What are the successful changes after change implemented? What are the unsuccessful changes after change implemented? So, and also we consider backed out changes. That means back out plans. You know about the back out plans, right? So, about the back out plans also, whatever the failures occur, the back out plan is rolled out, so that the back out changes also is considered whenever a change is need to be implemented. Average time needed to implement the change. So, what is the duration of the time where the change needs to be implemented, and also which time also is considered here. Number of incidents resolved by implementation of a change. So, what are the number of incidents and resolved by implementing this change? So, coming to the roles and responsibilities in change management, the major key role here is the change manager role. So, the change manager acts as a chairperson of the CAB advisory board. He filters and accepts the RFCs based on the assessment he will be doing. Primary responsibility, planning and coordinating implementation of changes. So, he is the primary responsible person who plans and coordinates the implementation of changes, and also he obtains authorization of the change from the CAB advisory board. He reviews about the implemented changes. That means he reviews the implemented changes and assess it based on the post implementation and pre implementation plans. Convening emergency CAB meetings. So, he is the major key person who establishes the emergency CAB meetings and get the approvals from the CAB members. He generates change management reports. So, he is the person who generates reports based on the change management plans, and also he report it to the higher officials. He may have change coordinators to support. That means he will be having a team who will be supporting him, so that he can manage the reports as well as the change management plans. So, what is a CAB? Who is a CAB member? A CAB member belongs to change advisory board and participates in all the CAB meetings, and also he helps in reviewing all the RFCs to estimate the impact based on the urgency. He participates in scheduling changes. So, he will be participating in scheduling changes also.